on both sides. Welcome back to Swedes Garage. So we got the first build inspection done on my project car, and no problem whatsoever. There are two things that he was talking about, and one is over here. No, let me get a thing here. So this was a suggestion. It's not something I have to do, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it makes me feel safer and it's gonna be stronger. So this area where I had to modify it for the struts, the spring on the struts, it made this part a little bit weaker. I'm fully aware of that, and that's why I used double sheet metal here, this one on the outside and one on the inside. So he suggested get some square tubing and put over here as a reinforcement. But like I said, it's nothing I have to do, it was just a suggestion, but I'm going to do it anyway. That was one thing, and the other thing was on the rack and pinion, because this rack and pinion is shorter than the 850, which means that I have to make the tie rod, well, not the ends, but the whole tie rod, I have to make them longer. It's about 90 millimeters only. 90, no, wait a minute. 60, maybe 60 millimeters on each side. I have to extend them. And there are different ways you can do that. He gave me some suggestions that was approved, which I'm going to do. But that's in a later video. So in this video, I thought we start with doing this reinforcement. So I'm gonna rig up the camera a little bit, and let's go for a ride. So if I just put this one on top of this, it's gonna be a big gap in here. So he said that just make it a very big triangle. So to get the shape out of this, we put this in the bottom. I'm gonna mark this center on this first. So like so. That's the center, and we put the center in about there. That's the center of the bend. So you just put this underneath here, line up the marks, and I'm gonna leave a little bit of room here on both ends, so it's easy to weld it. If I make it a real pointy here, it's not much material to weld it, or no, I'll make it a point that I can. Then you weld this short end to there. And then you just do a line. Like so. Just cut it after this line. Okay, so I kind of cut it like this. So it's going to be like this. Think that's gonna work? So let's tighten this on here in the middle. Have to see if I can pull it together a little bit in the center. Not easy with only 2 hands. Oh, see? It's a slippery motherfucker, this one. Let's pull it together a little bit from here. Like so. The back. I get one in the back too. See if it's what if I put a piece of wood here?
Artlist.io.
Not really, but that's enough for me to put a spot there. Okay, let's spot this together. This thing is right in the view, but let me just put a spot down here and I can remove this. You know, I'm old and half blind, so I need some lights here. So see what I'm doing.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Well, it ain't pretty, but like you see, it just works fine, and it's all of a sudden just burns a hole in it. So it's not very easy to make pretty welds on this body. And I even started the weld on the sheet metal that's I know is clean, and let the puddle flow over on the body, and it still burns a hole in it. And I weld the bottom, and ow, it's hot, and one side is done. But
Artlist.io.
Here we go then. Finished result on both sides. A little bit of reinforcement here. But I think it's good that I did it. So now this body is going to come down from the rotisserie. And I don't think I'm going to have time to show that in this video. We're going to try to get the body off the rotisserie down on my cradle or whatever you want to call it. I don't know the right word for that thing that's on the floor. So anyway, I'm gonna do this on a time lapse because this is gonna take some time. I only got one floor jack. Well, I got two floor jacks, but the blue one is sinking, so it's leaking internally. So I can only use the red one. So it's gonna take some time. So that's why I do it on time lapse. And I'm also want to listen to music while I'm doing this. And you know, we all know you can't have music on YouTube. So watch me struggle with this one. I'm alone with one floor jack. See you when it's finished. Well, I'm back a little bit sooner. I did some preparation here that I didn't think it was necessary to do to get it on the video. But the cradle or whatever you want to call it, I attached that to the body with two straps, and I had to fill my floor jack with fluid. It was a little bit low, so hopefully it's gonna pump it high enough so I can pull off the rotisserie legs, and then I put it down on the jack stands here, and then I move the floor jack to the front, do the same thing, and then is it just gradually lower it down on the floor and remove the tie straps, because I don't need those when it's on the floor. So let's start and see if I can get this high enough to get the legs from the rotisserie off.
Artlist.io.
You feel alive, let's hit the dance floor. Don't work too hard, my.
So I have to strap the front here so it can't turn on the rotisserie.
Break a backbone, return of the Mac, the king is back though. Corvette and cash, I never lack those. She saw the stone, you know how that goes.
Let's try it again.
Fatality, my diamonds that cold.
If I can get it off there now, then I'm gonna lower it down on the floor jacks. We'll see how that goes. Oh, yeah.
Licensing reimagined.
All it really take is a little taste. Island girl, blue eyes with a little bass. Here for the thrill, I don't need a chaser. Wanna vibe it to get away. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, I got the semi-fold way. Don't step out the line like this.
Like so. Then move everything to the front and get the front rotisserie legs off. So I got another camera angle for that.
You hit the line and tried to locate. This for the time, got time for no day. One, too many, I'm going. Too crazy, and I got bad ones and they ready. A good time, so now it's into it. We left that.
Artlist.io.
But I know we got lit. Good times. Live in the moment, feel like summertime.
Yes, ma'am. Hello. Är det min dag idag? Jaså? Ja, tack så mycket. Tack.
Music licensing reimagined.
Limousines. Really think I'm seeing things. Read the line in between. Yellow light, I gotta speed up. Get home, go shower. Need that pronto. Look like a rave at the condo. Heck of a night in Toronto. She said, boy, you in Morocco. Pearl white mention in the taco. Fill up my cup with the pop, whoa. High off life in the spot, though. Running at the visa, really talking to a real life Mona Lisa. Jesus pieces hanging out the
Artlist
visa.
IO.
Going on, it's hard to focus on the features. I got too many, I'm going. Too crazy, and I got bad ones and they ready. A good time, so now it's into it, we left that. Can't remember anything, but I know we got lit.
Music licensing reimagined.
In the moment, feel like summertime. Assassination, not a world mine. The room is spinning, but I feel fine. Oh my.
There! Now it's on the floor. Perfect. Now I can start dry fit everything. So I'm gonna clean up here a little bit, and I gotta put some paint on the rotisserie legs because they're going outside, so it won't rust too much. I'm gonna need them one more time when I paint the bottom of the car. Underneath it's gonna be painted, so it needs to go up on those one more time. But this is it. Perfect. It's been some years since it's been on the floor. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, hit that like button. See you in the next video. Bye bye.